latest on Super Typhoon Mangkhut, which has re-intensified slightly up to 175 miles per hour and a pressure of 903 millibars. That's around 280 kilometers per hour sustained winds at this time. At 4 a.m. Philippine time, it was at 15.5 north, 127.7 east, and is a stage 10 on the CDPS scale, the highest possible rating amongst the company of Haiyan and Meranti. It's got a massive wind field as well, so a lot of areas will receive tropical storm force winds. It's 268 miles from Virac, 332 from Dayat, 420 from Santa Ana, and 453 from Manila. A Signal 2 warning is now in effect for Isabela on the eastern coast of Luzon. Signal 1 warnings now extend as far south as Masbate and Mindoro, as well as northern Samar. A lot of the rest of Luzon, all of the rest of Luzon, also under that Signal 1 warning. So this is what we expect through Friday, and on Friday night or Saturday, early hours of Saturday morning, we expect the storm will arrive in Luzon and make landfall, and then move through into the South China Sea and then off towards the northwest. We still expect it to continue in the same sort of direction, passing well to the south of Hong Kong and Macau, and then into China. Could still be a significant typhoon. What it does mean for those areas, and Vietnam as well, is that the storm will probably be weaker than what we were originally expecting, because it was supposed to pass, just graze the northern coast of Luzon, but now it looks like a more direct landfall, and that's terrible news for those in Isabela and Cagayan provinces. Sea surface temperatures remain warm all the way up until then as well, around 29 degrees all the way. You can see the wind field is expected to expand all the way up until its landfall, and there it goes, and now onto the other side, a much weaker typhoon, but still with an incredibly large wind field. So even though Hong Kong and Macau won't get typhoon conditions, most likely, could still happen, tropical storm force winds are pretty likely along the whole southern Chinese coast, into Hainan Island and into Vietnam late next week, in the middle of next week. So these are the percentage chances for tropical storm force conditions. 42% at Basco still, 93% at Santa Ana, 97% at Tugigaro, 21 in Manila, and 47 now in Hong Kong. A little bit higher along to Hainan Island in China as well, over 50% there. So one or two models saying that it will remain as a Category 5 up until landfall there. We don't expect much more strengthening, if any, but it's continuing to defy the forecast. Originally it went further south than forecast, and now it's staying stronger than the forecast said as well. And there's the model spread over the Philippines, over northern Luzon. It's likely to strike there now, and possibly at full intensity. Here's how the storm is looking in recent images, and you can see how close it is getting now to the islands. Its influence is already being felt in eastern Luzon, over the central Visayas region as well, getting some cloud coverage from the storm. It is a big one, not just in strength but also in size. The eye of the storm is as large as the island of Catanduanes right now. The new eye that has developed over the last few hours is now with us, and this storm may remind a lot of people of Haima, may remind of some older storms as well, but it's going to be a potential catastrophe if it remains anywhere near as strong as this. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com, with the latest. You can also find our YouTube page. You're probably there already, but if not, subscribe if you haven't so far. You can also find our Facebook page, Force 13 all in text, and it's at Force 13 on Twitter if you'd like to get in touch with us on there. You can also help the project become even better by enjoying the benefits of patronage. You can find out more information about how to become a patron and what those benefits are at patreon.com/Force13. And Force 13's live coverage continues on its live feed. You can check that out with the latest information at youtube.com/Force13/live.